Greetings everyone, I am Jan Jasper Elbiquilio and I am here to present to you the use of nanotechnology for designing and building computers. First, let us tackle what is computer. Computers are all around us, from laptop computers to smartphones and even to smartwatches. They are changing the way we live our lives. But have you ever asked yourself what exactly a computer is? A computer is an electronic device that manipulates information or data. The computer sees data as 1 and zeros, but it knows how to combine them into much more complex things such as a photo movie or even a website game and much more. Computers use a combination of hardware and software. Computers come in many other shapes and sizes too, like TVs, console game, and even appliances like refrigerators can have built-in computers inside it. There are many types of computers out there, and each one plays a part in our modern world. Since the 1960s, the power of the brain of the machines has kept growing exponentially and allowing the computer to get smaller and even more powerful at the same time. The picture shown is the first hard drive, the first 5 MB hard drive, and the today's variety of memory cards and drives out there. The picture shows that the today's SD card and drives are much more faster and smaller than the first hard drive. And let's discuss what is nanotechnology. The father of nanotechnology was physicist Richard Feynman. The ideas and concept behind nanoscience and nanotechnology started with a talk entitled "There's a Plenty of Room at the Bottom" by the physicist Richard Feynman at American Physical Society meeting at the California State of Technology, or Caltech, on December 19, 1959. Long before the term nanotechnology was used in his talk, Feynman described a process in which scientists were able to manipulate and control individual atoms and molecules. Over a decade later, in his explorations and ultra-precision machining, Professor Norio Taniguchi coined the term nanotechnology. It wasn't until 1981, with the development of the scanning tunneling microscope that could see individual atoms, that modern nanotechnology began. According to NanoGov, nanotechnology is science, engineering, and technology conducted at the nanoscale, which is about 1 to 100 nanometers. Nanoscience and nanotechnology are the study and application of extremely small things and can be used across all other science fields such as chemistry, biology, physics, material science, and engineering. Today, scientists and engineering are finding a wide variety of ways how to deliberately make materials at the nanoscale to take advantage of their enhanced properties such as the higher strength, lighter weight, increased control of light spectrum, and greater chemical activity than their larger scale counterpart. Let's proceed to the main topic: use of nanotechnology for designing and building computers. This is what called PCB. It has a little transistor in it that are about the same size of nanometer. This one came off of a computer graphics card. This right here is a transistor. The inside of those little transistors look like a carbon tube to transmit electricity. The more of them you have, the better your computer runs. So the output of your performance of your computer could go from this one and to a much better performance like this. The picture shown is what you call the main brain of the computer. The first example is a good example of the main brain of the computer, and the other one is bad. Why? When it comes to its performance, because the one in the left has more transistors, so it is able to move data much more faster. On the other note, this is called a hard disk drive. It spins and stores data slowly. It has no transistor or any kind of moving parts in it, and it kind of looks like a big disk. This is called a solid state drive. It uses little transistors underneath the black data savers to quickly store data. We can't really see them. They are really tiny and underneath the layer of the black data saver. So how does these components help anyone at all? You may be, or well, probably, you have done this to an extremely slow computer. But with an SSD and its transistor, everything is much more faster. This can help things like not only for gaming, but also for commercial workloads and medical research. This tech is great, but way more expensive, extremely even expensive. The reason why it is because it is made out of gold. Yeah, that's right. It is made out of gold or shrouded in gold. That's because gold is extremely fast at conducting. Gold-plated wires are usually used for like 4Ks, monitors, and TVs because it is hard to produce a 4K. Speaking of 4K, these are what pixels look like. Into the square of light, liquid crystal, and electricity, they are tiny bit larger than a nanometer and create the colors you see before you. And this is RGB slab. In front of one those pixels, this give what we see in TV colors. RGB color also use nanotech. The tiny light transistors in this keyboard give the cool lighting effects you see here on this keyboard to the solid red. It can also depending on how many transistors can range for many different colors. These are what those transistors look like. They're like transistors that generate light electricity, emitting that light on the top of the pointed part of the transistors. And yes, nanotechnology is found in just about everything computer-wise. From anyone powerful gaming computers and laptops, to curved monitor, and to RGB backlit keyboard. Even those floppy Chromebooks and old smartphones that we hate because of its slow responsiveness have nanotechnology behind it. Nanotechnology is now, and nanotechnology in the future, maybe it become weird, but who knows? Maybe in the future we'll have a real Iron Man nanosuit. Who knows? Yeah, before I end this presentation, I would like to thank you for listening and have a good day.